Exclusive contracted novel by Feilu Novel Network. Kiba. Exposed at the beginning of the ninja world sinister list, Tsuyu travels through the world of Hokage. The world of tolerance is so dangerous, Tsuyu chose to persevere. I have been living a happy and ordinary life without worries about food and clothing. Until the time of the ninja exam, the golden finger opened. So, there was a great change in heaven and earth, the pure land was resurrected, and the golden list came. Is playing in the ninja world so dirty? What kind of monster is Godzilla? Surprisingly, the top spot on the beauty list is Daitsuki Kagaya. With the release of rankings one by one, the ninja world is boiling, and the three perspectives are shattered. Feilu Novel Network reminds you that this novel and its characters are purely fictional. If there are any similarities, they are purely coincidental and should not be imitated. Chapter 1. Ninja Exam, Develop Gold List. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Muyi, on.site for the Zhongren exam. A handsome, and graceful young man was squinting his eyes as he looked down at the upcoming battle. This game is over, and the middle school entrance examination for Kiba is now in its final stage. It's time for Orochimaru to launch the Konoha collapse plan. Tsuyu glanced at the 4th generation wind shadow, sitting next to the 3rd generation fire shadow on the observation deck. This, for generations of wind and shadow, is disguised by Orochimaru. As for the true 4th generation wind shadow Luo Sha, he has been secretly killed by Orochimaru. Tsuyu traveled to Mai a few years ago and became an ordinary villager among them. Tsuyu's current identity is that of an orphan named Kiba, whose parents were both killed in the Nine Tails Rebellion, after being a loyal martyr. At this point, ninjas from all over the world had already taken their seats on the observation deck, with the 3rd Generation Fire Shadow Ape Flying Sun Slash and the 4th Generation Wind Shadow also sitting high on the highest observation deck, watching the battle below. And Tsuyu came to this ninja exam room, in addition to observing the battle, there was actually another purpose. That's to expose the entire ninja world through this grand event. As long as the host formulates a ranking, they can receive corresponding item rewards. This is the golden finger he just activated. Tsuyu pondered for a long time and created the first list, just for this moment today. He wants to expose himself to the entire ninja world in front of everyone. Ding! The first list has been completed. We are preparing to distribute it. Distribution progress 0.2%, 50%. 80%. Upon hearing the words in his mind, Tsuyu waited and looked at the current Zhongren exam with boredom. The examiner arrived at the center of the venue, about to announce the start of the competition. Ding! Progress is 100%, the host has developed a ranking list and it has been distributed. The first list. The sinister list. Dong! The leaves of wood are high in the sky. A sound like a bell resounds, echoing through this world and the Pure Land world. The earth shook several times, and countless people fell to the ground in fear. His face was filled with fear and confusion. With this loud bang, a huge golden list appeared out of nowhere, accompanied by boundless purple air, suspended above the leaves of wood. Not just wooden leaves. A deafening roar spread throughout the entire realm of ninja. No matter in any corner or interface, the loud sound is like a sudden enlightenment, ringing in my ears. Not just living people affected by this mutation. The undead who were originally sleeping in the Pure Land world have all awakened. Although the list is suspended above the leaves of wood, it can be seen clearly from anywhere, whether in the mortal world or the Pure Land world. For a moment, the world was shocked. The Pure Land world is the world of the undead. Here, everyone can communicate and understand without hindrance. At this point, the Pure Land world has already exploded. Yuji Boban. What is this sound, this light, and what is it? Why did it wake me up? And what is that list? Qianshou Zhujian. I don't know. Motor pull. Yuji Popan. Hasila Mom. Are you also awake? Do you know what's going on? Kien Shuzujien. I don't know. Ududu, you also woke up. Do you know? Xian Shou Fei Jian. Big brother, I don't know either. Vortex Mito. If we wake up because of this, it may be the impact of this list. Kien Shuzujien. Your wife's words make sense. I agree. Thousand-handed opening. Well, what Sister.in.law said has some truth. Everyone agrees with the speculation of the Vortex Mito. At this moment, Kien Shuzu seemed to suddenly remember something, and his eyes widened as he looked towards Kien Shaoshang. Kien Shuzu Jian. Mududu, why did you come to the Pure Land world too? Did you also die? Yuji Boban. Hasila Mama. Since everyone has come to the Pure Land world, they must be dead. Kien Shuzu Jian. Madara's words make sense. Ududu, it seems that you also failed. Xian Shou Fei Jian. Isn't this nonsense? Big brother, if I hadn't died, how would you have seen me? Kien Shuzu Jian. Well, that makes sense. But since you're already dead, who is the Hokage of my village now? Xian Shou Fei Jian. The fire shadow of my village is now taken on by my most proud disciple, Ape Flying Sun / Xian Shou Fei Jian. There are also my disciples Tuanzang and Zhuan Lai Xiaochun. I have entrusted the future of Mu Yi to them, and I believe they will inherit Mu Ye's will of fire and protect the village well. Qianshou Feijian looked at Zhu Jian with a proud expression on his face. Qianshou Zhu Jian. Well, not bad. Oh Daodu, I believe in your ability to judge people. At the same time, in the real world. Seeing this massive floating list emitting radiance all around. Various forces were shocked. Shain Village. Grandmother Qiandai looked at the list with a serious expression on her face and murmured, is it the new thing of my? It truly deserves to be the most powerful ninja village. Fog Hidden Village, Water Shadow Office. Zhao Meiming raised her eyebrows and said, with such a big commotion, is Mu Yi showing off his strength? Behind Meiming, Chang Shilang looked at this list with a serious expression on his face. Yenin Village, Tying Office. Upon seeing the list that appeared out of thin air, Anoki rubbed his waist and said, Kiba's new technology. The most powerful ninja village deserves it. Yunin Village, Liaying Office. The fourth-generation leader Liaying looked at the list with a strong expression of fear in his eyes and said, what is this Mu Yi doing to create a list? Kibala. Yo. Above the wooden leaves. A list has appeared. Yo. Ha ha ha. My Konoha's technology is really amazing. I can make something like this. Naruto laughed. Sasuke looked at the list without saying a word, but his eyes showed a longing. The 12 strong wooden leaves also showed a longing expression on their faces. The onlookers around were whispering and occasionally casting admiring gazes at Ape Flying Sun / Obviously, everyone regarded this list as a masterpiece of contemporary Hokage by Kiba. At this moment, the monkey flying sun on the stands looked bewildered. Chapter 1. Ninja Exam, Develop Gold List. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The source has no content or has errors. Chapter 2. The Hidden List. 10th place. Water. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The monkey flying sun slaying heart is more shocking than anyone else. This is not something I made myself. We don't have this kind of high technology in Konoha either. Hey. Although shocked in his heart, Ape Flying Sun / is truly capable of being a Hokage, with a calm expression on his face. At this moment, the wind shadow sitting next to the Ape Flying Sun / also known as Orochimaru, was looking at the list in the air with a serious expression on his face. Based on Orochimaru's understanding of Konoha, Orochimaru knows. This list is definitely not created by Muyi. With the technology of Mai, it's impossible to come up with such a thing. However, the current changes are ultimately somewhat unpredictable for oneself. While silently pondering in his heart, Orochimaru hesitated and decided not to launch the leaf collapse operation. Shuimu, who had witnessed all these changes, knew that they were caused by the list he had just awakened to. At this point, dong! A loud bell-like roar echoed from the mid-air rankings once again. With the sound of a bell ringing, the whole world seemed to shake. At this moment, a dazzling white light shot out, illuminating the entire world of ninjas. But in just a short moment, the white light dissipated. With the appearance of this white light, the list was divided into numerous regions. At the top of the bottom area, 3 big characters appear. The sinister list. Seeing this scene, everyone was taken aback. A sinister list. What is this thing? Is this to make a list of all the sinister villains in the ninja world? At this moment, everyone is puzzled in their hearts. At this moment, Suyu's mouth slightly curved and his gaze turned to Deshimaru, who was disguised as the 4th generation Wind Shadow. Next, there's a good show to watch. After all, there is also a place for Orochimaru, who kills his own master, on this sinister list. At this moment, the huge list suddenly burst into a strong light. Amidst the attention of the crowd, a white light flashed by, and a name appeared on this list. At the bottom of the sinister list, a few words slowly emerged. 10th place on the sinister list. Shuimu. As these lines of large characters appeared, a dazzling white light burst out from this list. No matter where they are, in this world or in the Pure Land, the same image appears before everyone's eyes. The bustling streets are lined with buildings such as ninja schools and hospitals. The street is clean and tidy, and the roadside is lush with greenery from the forehead protectors of the ninjas in the crowd. It can be seen that this scene displays Kiba Village Pure Land world. Xian Shou Fei Jian. Big brother, have you seen it? This is my village. Xian Shou Zhu Jian. Have the wooden leaves developed so well now? Not bad, very good. Xian Shou Fei Jian. Of course. Now in my village, my most proud disciple, Ape Fei Rizhan, is taking on the role of Huiying. How could it be so bad? Xian Shou Fei Jian. There are also my disciples Tuanzang and Zhuan Lai Shaochun to assist. They are all my proud disciples, especially the monkey flying sun / and Tuanzang. Xian Shou Fei Jian. I believe they will definitely inherit the will of fire from Muyi, protect the village well, and lead the development of the village. After speaking, Qian Shou Fei Jian looked at Zhu Jian with a proud expression on his face. Qian Shuzu Jian. Well, it seems that your disciple named Tuanzang and Ape Flying Sun / did a great job. Ododo, your vision is indeed good. Qian Shou Fei Jian. That's necessary, big brother. The ranking continues to play. From a different perspective, I arrived at a young man who had just received a task and set off with full confidence. This young man with bangs on his head and a huge sword on his back is tasked with seizing a scroll. This young man is Shuimu. The perspective has changed again and we are now in the midst of the task. Shuimu's teammate was attacked by the enemy and suffered minor leg injuries. Seeing this, Shuimu walked forward. His teammate looked moved and said, "Don't worry about me, you guys go and complete the task first." Shuimu approached the injured team member and, amidst the moving expression on his teammate's face, he tightly covered his teammate's mouth and nose with his hand, disregarding their struggle and suffocating them to death. The screen flashed and arrived at the completion of the task. Ninjas responsible for managing ninja death investigations, inquire about the cause of death of Mizuki's teammates. Shuimu replied with a sorrowful expression on his face, he died from a leg injury. Woo-woo. Seeing this scene, everyone was filled with righteous indignation and anger. I feel disgusted by the character of this water tree. What is the purpose of becoming ninjas and sacrificing one's life to do those dangerous tasks for oneself and others? Isn't it for the safety of the village and family? But this little man named Shuimu cruelly killed his team member just because he was injured in the leg and had difficulty moving. Pooh! My soul is weak. I will never associate with such people in my life. Fraudulent villain. Fortunately, this sinister list has been exposed. Otherwise, I wouldn't know who will be the next to be attacked by this poison. Damn it. I wish I could cramp and peel it off. Is treating one's teammates like this with just a minor leg injury? I think this kind of person is not even as good as a beast. For a moment, everyone was in a state of excitement, cursing at the cunning villain who cruelly killed his team members in order to complete his mission. On the side, Kakashi's eyes were even colder. He never forgot that his father had failed the mission to save the lives of his teammates and was despised by others. In the end, it ended in depression. But in front of me, this one is called Shuimu. Surprisingly, just out of fear of being dragged down, he harmed his teammates, lied and deceived them, and did such a treacherous act. It's simply despicable, not as good as pigs and dogs. Kakashi is very angry inside. The top 12 Kiba players were also angry in their hearts, and Naruto clenched his fists, staring intently at the names on the list. Chapter 2. The Hidden List. 10th place. Shuimu. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The source has no content or has errors. Chapter 3. Big brother, it's not my fault. I'll hand over the village to. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Shuimu. Naruto can't be more familiar. Provoking the relationship between oneself and teacher Iruka, and even seriously injuring teacher Iruka, wanting to kill oneself. I thought he was already shameless enough, but I didn't expect his previous actions to be even more shameless. How could there be such a despicable person in the world? On the high platform, the monkey flying sun beheaded with an unpleasant expression. Shuimu, isn't it the scumbag who deceived Naruto and stole the banned book before? As early as then, it had already been disposed of and imprisoned in the Kiba prison. Now, Mizuki is being held in prison to repent. Except for a few of the parties involved back then, almost no one knew about this matter. I had already silently processed it, but to my surprise, today this mysterious list was exposed. Now the entire ninja world saw this person's despicable behavior, and more importantly, the entire ninja world knows that this despicable little person came from Konoha. Where does this separate his fiery face from that of the wooden leaf? I'm so embarrassed now. Damn Shuimu, he got into jail and caused himself such a big trouble. Monkey flying sun / cursed inwardly. In prison. Shuimu looked at this scene with a bewildered expression on his face. I have experienced all these things myself, and now I am all imprisoned. Why are you still taking out the whipping corpse now? It's all over now, the entire ninja world knows about itself. It can be foreseen that even if one is released from prison in the future, everyone will shout and beat like a street mouse. Thinking of this, Shuimu's heart suddenly collapsed. Pure Land World. Kien Shuzujien. Which village's ninja is this? I feel ashamed for you. Uchiha. Hasila Mama. From the forehead protector, isn't this the ninja of Kiba? Uchiha. Hasila Mama. Is this the ninja from your village of Kiba? I feel ashamed for you. Kien Shuzujien. Ah, I also feel embarrassed. Ududu, how do you manage the village? Xian Shou Fei Jian. Big brother, don't blame me. I handed over the management of the village to the monkey flying sun slayer. Uchiha Chuennai. It's not your fault. Is monkey flying sun / your disciple? He's not managing it properly, and you, the master, actually said it's not your fault. Xian Shou Zhu Jian. You said it well. If you don't teach the teacher the fall of a strict teacher, take a look at what you have done in the open room. Besides, didn't you just say that Ape Flying Sun / is your most proud disciple, and handing it over to him will definitely not cause any problems? Qianshou Fei Jian. Big brother, I'm wronged. Think about it, as the forest grows, there are all kinds of birds. In such a big ninja village, there will always be 1 or 2 scumbags. This is also an impossible thing, we can't all blame the monkey flying sun slaying. Qian Shuzujian. There seems to be some truth to it. Okay, I'll forgive you this time. Upon hearing this, 1,000 hands opened their hearts and breathed a sigh of relief. Then, Qianshou Zhang silently thought to himself in his heart, monkey flying sun / please don't make any more tricks out of me. At this moment, in front of everyone's eyes, a second scene was played. Naruto, who was unable to pass the exam, pleaded with Iruka and demanded that Naruto pass, but was rejected by Iruka. However, Naruto had a gap with Iruka as a result and developed a slight liking for Mizuki after gaining Naruto's trust. Mizuki secretly told him that there was a book called The Book of Banquets, which contained many powerful ninjutsu techniques. If you learned it, you would definitely graduate. After hearing Mizuki's words, Naruto went to steal the banned book. Naruto successfully stole the banned book, and Mizuki appeared, telling Naruto that he was just using him. Then Mizuki attacked Naruto and snatched the banned book. Naruto refused and fell into a fight with Mizuki before falling into a disadvantageous situation. Mizuki threw several fists of suffering at Naruto, and as he watched, Naruto was about to die here. Iruka appeared and used his body to shield Naruto from suffering. He then fought against Mizuki, but was injured by Mizuki. Naruto took this opportunity to escape. Shuimu disguised himself as Iruka and went to pursue Naruto. He threw his sword at Naruto, but was taken over by Iruka disguised as Naruto. After Mizuki entrusted Iruka, he found the real Naruto. He took off the oversized sword from his back and threw it fiercely at Naruto. Let's die, Fox Demon. Now, this forbidden book belongs to me, said Shuimu with a sinister smile at the corner of his mouth, seeing Naruto dying tragically by the sword in his hand. Upon seeing this scene, both Fengshui Gate and the Whirlpool Xian Jonai suddenly became calm. From the appearance in the picture and the title given to Naruto, both Fengshui Men and Vortex Xian Jonai have already recognized it. This yellow-haired little boy, Naruto, is their son. Xiao Chili saw Naruto being bullied in the picture, and her eyes immediately turned red. She waved her fists and angrily said, "If you dare to bully my son, I will definitely not spare you." On the side, Bo Fengshui silently looked at this scene. But the white knuckles he pinched revealed that his heart was not calm at this moment. Chapter 3. Big brother, it's not my fault. I entrusted the management of the village to my disciple. You are listening at Novel Full. Audio. The source has no content or has errors. Chapter 4. Iruka, worthy of being a teacher. Seeking fresh flowers. You are listening at Novel Full. Audio. In the present world. Naruto June. Although it appears to be a past event from the screen, and it is known that Naruto is now safe and sound, Hinata still nervously pinches the corners of his clothes, rubbing his hands back and forth anxiously. At this point, the screen continues to play. A huge sword fell from the sky, and Naruto was about to die here. At this moment, a figure suddenly rushed out and used its body to block Naruto's deadly move. That person's face appears. It's Iruka. At this moment, Iruka bravely blocked Naruto with his own body, blocking the deadly blow that should have been given to him. He himself was seriously injured, with blood continuously flowing from the wound, dripping onto Naruto's face one by one. Naruto widened his eyes and looked at Iruka with a shocked and puzzled expression. At this moment, Teacher Iruka touched Naruto's head and slowly said, "Naruto, like you, I am an orphan whose parents died in the Nine Tails Rebellion. In the past, in class, in order to attract others' attention, I was also regarded as a fool by everyone. Since my parents passed away, no one has praised me or recognized me. I am very lonely. Being treated as an idiot is better than being treated as a transparent person, so I've been playing dumb. I don't know how to attract others' attention, just use such a stupid method. But I'm in pain. Naruto, are you the same? You also feel very uncomfortable. You must be in pain too. I'm sorry. Naruto, if I could do better, I wouldn't have caused you so much pain. As he spoke, Iruka's tears dripped down Naruto's face. The fox demon may have done this, but Naruto is different. That guy is something I recognize, an excellent student. After Iruka finished speaking, Naruto in the picture burst into tears. At this point, it's not just Naruto. Everyone in this world also feels moved. Iruka, truly a teacher in the ninja school. Worthy of being a teacher. And the few people who had studied under Iruka, such as Kiba 12, murmured one after another. Teacher Iruka. Sri Lanka. On the high platform, 8 Flying Sun / looked at this scene and couldn't help but murmur. Teacher Iruka, what a competent teacher. In the Pure Land world. Kien Shuzujien. Did you see the motor? There are also such heroes in my village. Qianshou Kaijien. Yes. There are also heroic ninjas who sacrifice their lives for justice in my wooden leaves. Uchiha. Che, this ninja named Iruka, is pretty good. Vortex X Anjonai. Woo-woo, Naruto, my son, you have suffered. Iruka, you are truly an admirable teacher, murmured the Feng Shui Gate at this moment. The ranking continues to play. Shuimu kept mocking Iruka, saying, you're just a little ghost. You're all going to die here today. Upon hearing this, Naruto became furious and used the technique of multiple shadow clones. Upon seeing this, Shuimu suddenly lost his soul and looked incredulous. Then Naruto defeated Mizuki and gave him a fierce beating. Finally, Shuimu was sent to prison. Seeing this scene, everyone immediately clapped and cheered. Then, they all turned their gaze towards Naruto. Little devil, did you do well? Sure, Naruto. I recognize you now. Upon hearing everyone's praise, Naruto was also taken aback, then scratched his head and chuckled. Haha, of course, Naruto is the man who will become Hokage in the future. At this moment, the 12 strong wooden leaves next to them also cast complex gazes of envy and admiration. At this moment, Hinata looked at Naruto with a look of admiration and said, Naruto-jun, you're the most amazing. Hee, thank you. Naruto scratched his head and said. Upon hearing this, Hinata's face quickly turned red and he quickly ran away. At this moment, Iruka, who was in the classroom of the ninja school, couldn't help but recall the scene in the picture. I am also very pleased in my heart. Naruto, you have truly grown up. You truly deserve to be an excellent student that I recognize. Pure Land World. Vortex Juxina. Naruto is great. Woo-woo, Mom couldn't be by your side, Mom is sorry for you. Wufeng Shuimen. Wife, don't be too sad. Isn't Naruto living a good life? Kien Shuzujien. This little ghost named Naruto, great. Besides, I couldn't help but physically beat up this Shuimu. Qian Shou Fei Jian. Is the ninjutsu that this little ghost named Naruto just used the technique of multiple shadow clones that I developed? Qian Shou Zhu Jian. Ududu, is this your developed ninjutsu? Qian Shou Fei Jian. Yes. But it's impossible. Where did this little ghost get so many chakras? Yuji Boban. You 2 wooden heads. It's not easy. They call him a fox demon, isn't it the 9-tailed human pillar power? There are 9-tailed seals inside the body, what's wrong with Chakraduodian? Uchiha Kwana. Nissan is right. You 2 have dull heads. Qianshou Zhujian. Oh, I see. Madara said it well. Qian Shou Fei Jian. Big brother. Who the hell are you from? Chapter 4. Iruka, worthy of being a teacher. Seeking flowers, seeking collection. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The source has no content or has errors. Yanzu, come in. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The new book is guaranteed to have 4 updates. For those who think it's good, you can leave a message in the book review section to encourage them. Your small actions are a great encouragement and motivation for the author Mushroom. Flowers and evaluation tickets are very important for whether this book can be written. Seeking flowers and tickets, any data can give the author confidence to write down. Thank you all, big shots. Even if it's 10 flowers, 1 review ticket, or 1 comment, it can make the author ecstatic. Hope everyone supports, kneel down and beg for your gratitude. 1,000 flowers, plus 1 watch. 100 evaluation votes, plus 1 change. 10 comments support, plus 1 update. 2 people reward, plus 1 watch. It's just so irritable. Watch the data in the online backend and update it anytime. I hope to receive everyone's support and recognition. Please, all the experts support the author Mushroom. Ask readers to give awesome. Flowers and review tickets are all free daily, and with just a gentle click, they are a great encouragement for the author. Kneel down and thank you. Yanzu, come in. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The source has no content or has errors.